electricity work? Again, together, voltage and current give you electrical power. The bigger the voltage, the bigger the current, and the more electrical power you can have. So power is measurement of how much energy you are using each second. Units of power times the time. So, often converted into standard unit called the kilowatt hour. So, kung tanaw nato, no, ang pin nato sa kuryente, we can see the kilowatt hour in there. So, electrical incidents cause an average of 13 days away from work because of associated injuries and usually one fatality every day. So, this is the survey for our electrical safety. Always use caution when working near electricity. So, what are the hazards of electricity and electrical equipment? You have the shock or the electrical shock, electrical arcs and blast, rescues, ground faults, extension cords, broken or faulty equipment. So, these are usually ng mga accidents nga engage ang aton nga electricity and electrical equipment. So, occupations that put workers at risk. So, what are the occupations that are near the electric ng mga accidents? Electrical and electronic engineers, assemblers and technicians, electricians, industrial machine operators, mechanics and repairers, painters, riggers, roustabouts, stationary engineers, and welders. So, protect yourself from electricity. Paano? Follow specialized procedures in wet work areas. Use lockout or tag-out. Conduct inspection. Follow assured grounding programs. Use GFCI. So, later, mabalaan na ito ano ng GFCIs. And then, guard energized part. So, sa wet areas, what should we do? If you touch a live wire or other electrical component while standing in even a small puddle of water, you will get shocked. Avoid working in wet conditions whenever possible. So, kung kaulan, no, usually, hindi takakita sa taga-Seneco nga nagasaka sila sa poste. Use approved electrical equipment for wet conditions and do not stand in wet areas when operating electrical equipment. What about the lockout or tag-out? So, proper lockout and tag-out procedure protect worker from unexpected startup or electrical equipment. This procedure make use the electrical equipment is de-energized before it is repaired and protect workers against electric shock. Kung familiar ka mo, if mga breakers na pala sa aton balay, for example, may naglupok ng mga socket, automatic nag-lock off ang aton nga mga breakers. Next, we have the inspections. Visually inspect all electrical equipment before use, of course. Remove any equipment with frayed cords, missing ground prongs, cracked tool, casing, etc. from service. Next, assured grounding program. This includes a written program, daily visual inspections, and a method to detect a faulty grounding wire in an extension cord or hand tool. Grounding gives a straight current somewhere to go and keeps workers from becoming part of the circuit. So, mga ground na to, no? So, usually, maano nila dun sa mga planta. What must be grounded? So, all circuits and extension cords, all non-current carrying metal parts, portable and semi-portable tools and equipment unless they are double insulated. So, ground fault circuit interrupters or our GFCI, so used in wet location, construction sites, and other high-risk areas. Interrupt the flow of electricity within as little as 1/40 of a second to prevent electrocution. So, compare the amount of current going into electrical equipment with the amount of current returning from it along a circuit conductor. If the difference exceeds 5 milliamps, the device automatically shuts off the electric power. So, kumbaga pa, no, kung sa atin pa mga appliances, thermostat, kung tamaan nakataas ang temperature, automatic nag-off siya or nagkakapatay ng mga electric kettle natin. So, for our GFCIs, no, measure sa kung exit na sa 5 milliamps, automatic nag-shut off. Guarding, locating or enclosing electrical equipment to make sure workers do not accidentally come into contact with its live parts. So, may area na mga reminders, no? Kung kapiyas na sa mga construction, no? Requires equipment with exposed parts operating at 50 volts or more to be placed where it is accessible only to authorized workers qualified to work with it. Electrical hand tool, double insulated. Tool is encased in plastic which will prevent a worker from being electrocuted if the tool short circuit. identified with square within a square logo or the words double insulated on the level. So, kung makita natin, mga screwdriver natin, plastic na ang iyang nga ginahandol, nga ginauyatan, and then for the pairs also. So, there are many types of PPE or our personal protective equipment specifically designed and approved for electrical work. So, you have the rubber insulating gloves, the matting, the blankets, the cover, the line hoses, sleeves, type E hard hats, and FRC. So, for rescue, if your coworker sustains an electrical injury, de-energize the circuit before getting help. So, i-off mo anay, di ka magpalak kapag magwalak sa inyong balay. Do not try to pull someone off the electrical circuit because eventually duwag ka muna. Kung